So in the course of this, I decided a bunch of years ago that we were going to do so then my next question is who won our scholarship? Uh, I decided number of years ago that I should kind of give back a little bit. We start giving scholarships to people. And so we had a lot of amazing entries. So here's some quick facts about our scholarship. It was the How to Stop Bullying Scholarship, and generally how to stop bullying for kids in grades 6 through 12. We know that bullying is a huge problem. It causes emotional distress in kids. It's something that has been a thorn in the side for years. I know Obama had a stop bullying, and Barack and the president and the first lady had a campaign to try to stop bullying, which kind of inspired me. We don't hear about it as much lately, but it's a real problem. The scholarships for $2,000. They must be enrolled in or planning to go into a university. We received the same number of submissions as there are bees in the United States. We received more than 400 submissions for our scholarship. We reviewed these, judging them on creativity, originality, efficacy, the ability for a solution to be implemented to stop bullying, to actually stop bullying. And what I would like to do now, if I can, if it works, and this may not work, is call the recipient. Let me try to do that right now, live on the air. This is one of these things where I don't know if radio show hosts really do these things anymore, or TV persons. Remember when Geraldo tried to go find he had this whole thing to try to find this, I think what was the King Tut's tomb or something, and he did this whole thing and he went in there, he didn't find anything. It was a total waste. I think I got the right number. Let me call her and see if she's available. I think she is. We called her earlier. Hey, Tiffany, how you doing? Hey, this is Gary Berger of Berger Law. I know we text you. Good. Hey, I wanted to tell you that we've chosen you as our scholarship recipient. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, can I ask you something weird? So I happen to do a Facebook Live show, and I happen to be doing it now. And I was wondering if I could talk to you a little bit on speakerphone about your entry. That's kind of you. All right, I'm putting you on speakerphone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, hopefully the people at home can hear us. The people at home at Facebook Live can hear us. So Tiffany, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Tiffany. I grew up in the Midwest. I'm from the Chicagoland area. Grew up on the south side of Chicago. I went to Davidson College down south in North Carolina for college, studied chemistry there and was pre-medicine. And if you don't know where that is, that's where Steph Curry went to school.
Right.
The college is pretty well known, yeah. And then now I'm back in Chicago. I'm working and I'm preparing to go to medical school this coming fall. So I actually start next month.
I love it. I saw you shared with us your transcript and what you tell me. You look to me to be a really hard worker. What kind of work do you do outside, not in school? What are you doing right now?
Yeah, so actually I work in sales right now, which is very interesting, coming from the science and the medical healthcare background. And I really wanted something a little different because I knew that I had the rest of my life to kind of pursue medicine and healthcare. So I wanted something a little bit different, kind of broaden my career skills, my personal, my professional skills. So I decided to enter the sales field, very competitive, just like, medicine is. So just trying to pick up new skills while I can during these gap years before I go into medical school. And then on the side, I got to do a lot more volunteering. I'm big on volunteering.
I saw that.
Yeah, right now I'm not actually volunteering because of the pandemic going on, but before the pandemic started, I worked in the emergency department at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in downtown Chicago. I also worked on the south side of Chicago at a food pantry that serves HIV and AIDS patients. So, gathering food for them and kind of, listening to their diet and kind of editing their diet to, improve their health, their physical health.
One of the things that I liked about your submission, and we had over 400 submissions for this, is this idea of role-playing scenarios in class settings to try to teach people about bullying. Because, the interesting thing about, and I'm no expert on bullying, but, no one says bullying is good. There's general condemnation of bullying. That's not in dispute. But, it's where the rubber hits the road in these decisions that are made on a daily basis. One person's bullying, maybe someone else is sticking up for their friends. And how do you know when you intervene? And how do you know when you're trying to what's the line between standing up for yourself in a difficult situation as a teen or a preteen versus being a bully and going over the line? Because, as I'm older, and I've looked over at my life, and I know times where I've stood up for my friends and been appropriate, but maybe I've gone over the line before too. And I'm also a trial lawyer, so I can be, I do depositions, and I have a job to persuade people. And I'm going to let you talk in a minute. But the other thing is, one of the reasons I always say the reason why I do what I do is because I hate bullies, and this is one of the reasons why I did the scholarship. And so I think when I stand up, when I represent people and stand up to corporations or insurance companies or that kind of stuff, I always think that I'm fighting the big bullies in the world and trying to help the everyday people. So, but enough of my speech. How'd you come up with the role-playing scenario idea, and why do you think that would be efficacious in addressing bullying in high school and middle school?
Yeah, absolutely. I think personally for me, so growing up, I kind of grew up in the social media era. So that's when, MySpace came about, Facebook, Instant Messenger. That was my time in the 90s. And I guess no one really saw that coming, and also the negative effects coming with social media, which is online bullying. No one really thought, like someone would actually go online, hide behind a screen, and attack someone else. And also no one really, like in the 90s and going into the 2000s, mental health was very stigmatized. It still is right now, So for people to realize the negative effects, it was difficult for anyone to predict that to happen. And personally for me, I actually went through bullying in middle school, like about 5th, 6th, 7th grade, and also online bullying. And it was hard to figure out who was doing it because it's through the screen. You can't, figure that out easily. So when I thought about role playing, I thought more so if someone could actually see that live happening, that it could change their mind about what, if they're bullying someone, it could really open their eyes to the impact that they're making, that negative impact. And I've also known people, not personally, but I've heard on media that people have committed suicide, gone into severe depression, drug abuse, and, a culmination of other issues. And it's not really easy to recover from and kind of bounce back from that. So I think it's important to have that role playing and be able to open the eyes of people that aren't aware of the negative impacts. And I think role playing would be, a great opportunity for people to learn that way.
And that's how people they say, I read one of the statistics in your and other papers is that half of all teen suicides involve bullying. And we've read really sad stories about that in the media. But and then we learn through people learn well through mimicking behavior. And you can sit and watch a lecture and do stuff, but until you actually do things and take action, that's when a lot of these lessons get more ingrained in us and we remember them more. Is that you think that why role playing why role playing, why is that effective?
No, I do agree with what you specifically stated about what people do, like they mimic behavior that they see. And so in school, like you might be following a friend who you specifically look up to that's bullying someone else, and then you take that behavior, you incorporate that into yourself, and then you start doing those actions. I almost see it as if, when you're talking to your friends, you start picking up on their lingo because you're just around them so much. And I see that almost in actions too, how someone acts around you. If it's someone, especially someone you see on a daily basis, you start incorporating and picking up those actions yourself and then doing that and carrying that out. So I think when it comes to role playing, if you could see, behavior, positive behavior, then you start to reflect on that and reflect on your own behaviors. And I think especially in middle school and high school, that's when you really develop how you want to act and, develop your own personal actions, and also your thought process changes throughout middle school, high school, and that's where it really solidifies. And so also high school and middle school students are very modifiable, or you can mold them into.
They're coachable.
Right, they're coachable. So I think role playing and having positive examples set in front of you that some students might not receive, depending on the neighborhood you grew up in, the school you go to, whether it's public or private, you might not have those positive examples already set out for you. So I think it's important to incorporate that into, any school you go to, so that everyone has that role model to or that role playing and the example set in front of them.
Yeah. Kids those ages, their brains are even less developed than people think. People see that people see a big body, but they don't realize that the brain and the maturity level development is lagging behind. And then the thing too is that through doing this, people will learn behavior. People don't know what to do. How do you diffuse a situation? How do you get out of it? You don't need to respond to the fight. The only way to win is not to engage. Walk away, make a joke out of it. All those things you learn maybe later in life. It's good to learn those early. It's interesting that, and then you also have you point out in your essay about being proactive and punishment doesn't work. The other thing I was thinking while we were talking is, this behavior in these protests that are happening right now with police officers. I mean, I think police officers have a tough job, certainly, but people are also entitled to peacefully protest. And, maybe some of these like I saw that officer hit that 75-year-old guy and put him on the ground yesterday. And I was just thinking about you and your essay, the lessons to everybody about how to diffuse situations and not engage might be good. It transcends just the bullying issue. It goes to life a little bit.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Right.
I'm big on being proactive about situations and not reactive, and even just like in general in life, I always look before the situation occurs or before this event occurs, I plan for it. And so that you kind of, you can expect the unexpected and plan ahead for it. And so that it goes well with bullying too. Right. Instead of reacting to bullying and punishing people for bullying, and having people go on a downward spiral before you actually help them, why not do that beforehand, Great. All right, Tiffany, thanks for talking to me. That's all I got.
We're gonna email you. We will get you the check for the $2,000 scholarship. We usually, in the past, we've paid it directly to the school, but we'll work that out with you. You have our email and our stuff. Thanks so much for entering. Thanks so much for your hard work and diligence and in life and in this. And we wish you the very, very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, cool. Hey, thanks for taking my call and doing this too.
Thank you. No problem.
All right, be good. Bye. All right. So what an interesting lady. What a boy. How lucky are we that she's going to be a doctor and go in to serve others. Congratulations to Tiffany.